Sustainability often gets kind of convoluted with resilience. A lot of people think sustainability means like you're creating resilient infrastructure, and I like to think sustainability is kind of the um, planning now, the long-term work for reducing waste, creating sustainable systems, creating sustainable energy sources.
Leaving your environment, your community, the world better than you found it.
Everything that we need for well-being and survival is provided to us on this planet that we live on. And so pursuing sustainability is pursuing a productive harmony between people and nature.
So right now we have 9 adopted priorities, and they range anywhere from leading by example and our own operations. That would be tracking our own energy use, reducing our own waste footprint, uh, setting up our own EV charging, putting EVs in fleet, all the way through creating like local healthy food systems, healthy urban forest, climate resilience. We're actually, though, right now working on a 2025 update to that plan, and it's not adopted yet. And that will have 3 more concise focuses that what we've learned is a lot of the actions under those 9 priorities can kind of be put into 3 more succinct categories, and those are still our sustainable operations, but then the creation of healthy low carbon neighborhoods. So urban forestry can go under that. Transportation matters can be sort of collapsed under that, and then the third will be setting up systems for sustainable development. Not adopted yet, but that's kind of the vision and the focus over the next year. Better educate the public on like how they use energy and energy waste and the importance of like modeling your energy, especially if you start to add new technologies like solar and EV charging. Sort of a system, a personal system you need to establish to make sure you're doing it effectively and efficiently.
We don't spray anything that kills plants or insects. We have soil moisture monitors installed, so we can actually get a sense of whether or not we are over irrigating, under irrigating. The soil level, we're practicing no-till. Crop rotation is a big part of things. And then at the more farm level, planting a variety of pollinator, perennial, native plants to help support whether it's beneficial insects, whether it's pollinators.
Goals that were laid out in that strategic plan are very broad. And so where we're at now with it is really how do we accomplish these things? And so the top priority is really measurement. Priority number 1 right now is applying for grants to help achieve those things, because that's where the costs come in. Yes. So I love DFI. I think it's, I think Jill and Garrett and her team are doing amazing work. I also think it's a great kind of bridge between the university and the ag department and extension, because they can be very separate. We can be very siloed at the university, where it's like we have main campus, and then we have Res Life, and then we have Tahoe, and then we have the extension, and we very rarely interact. So I think there's a ton of opportunity to collaborate. I worked with Jill and Lance on a demonstration garden idea of having an indigenous kind of demonstration garden with local plants that have meaning to indigenous communities is something that I want to continue to kind of pursue and bring more like local Nevada resilient types of plantings to main campus. So I'm always looking for ways to collaborate with DFI.
Yes, I do see a future. I don't think it's super likely, though. I think the university is, and like all organizations really that are just focused on growth, it's really hard to manage that sustainably.
On the research side, a lot of times I will work with UNR, sometimes even UNLV, other systems of higher education on specific projects. In fact, we have one right now with UNR. It's a heat mapping study. And so that was I don't know so much of a grant opportunity as like a technical assistance opportunity. So there's funding being put toward it, not necessarily funding coming to us. And that's a collaborative effort with UNR and a lot of other local stakeholders